Hey there guys, Jordan here, back with another reaction video, and it's going to be another death battle, and this death battle is Cole MacGrath versus Alex Mercer, Infamous versus Prototype. And apparently this is actually a fan requested battle, and it had the most votes. Now, I've never heard of Infamous or Prototype, so I'm actually in the dark about this. But maybe I'll learn more about it when we hear about both of these characters' backstories. And maybe I can understand why everyone wanted this particular battle. Well, I guess it's time we go all out and see how it goes. Anyway, without further delay, let's get to it. Alright, and let's begin.
Cole MacGrath, the patron saint of Infamous. Alex Mercer, the blacklight virus prototype from Prototype. That's right, champions. You voted for it, so we're finally doing it. Long after these characters were ever relevant. Oh hey, look what I found in the trash. An old script we wrote for this very matchup way back in 2013. Wait, we haven't had trash in 10 years? He's way
man.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Alright, first up, Cole MacGrath.
With great power comes great responsibility. Tobey Maguire's not the only superhero who's had to learn that lesson. Cole MacGrath was just your average delivery boy in Empire City until one day he opened a package that exploded in his face. This was the Ray Sphere, a device that, upon erupting, destroyed much of the city and tore through Cole at the atomic level, killing him instantly.
Cole's story changes based on the player's choices. For this matchup, we're focusing on the canonical good Cole while alternatively exploring the possible effects of evil Cole. I see. So it's like a Telltale game where you choose any branching path on how you want whatever will happen next, and see the possible outcomes they can result in. And for Cole, it seems that he falls into that category. Well, they're only going with the good Cole for this one, although they're also going to explore the possible effects of evil Cole. So, we'll see how it goes later.
Nah, actually, he scooped up some superpowers. Cool, zippity-zappity superpowers. More specifically, Cole became a conduit, one of many beings who were granted supernatural abilities from the Ray Sphere explosion, which also turned empires.
Alright, background, full name Cole MacGrath, age 27, height 6 feet 182 centimeters, aka Electric Man, savior of Empire City, patron saint of New Marais, a prime conduit, knows how to hardcore parkour, quit college to piss off his parents, read Bram Stoker's Dracula like all of the cool kids. Okay, reading Dracula, I don't know if that qualifies as outstanding. And quitting college to piss off his parents, that seems a bit petty, I would say. But other than that, this background has got me intrigued about his person. I suppose we'll have to wait to see how his opponent compares. Maybe his background will be more compelling. We'll just have to wait and see.
City into a godforsaken hellscape. This world needed a hero, or at least an anti-hero willing to clean up the mess he sort of technically made. Cole put his powers to the test, battling rogue, superpowered conduits, including the mastermind behind the blast, Kessler. Let's be real, none of Cole's powers are as sick nasty as his parkour skills, but his ability to manipulate sweet too. Coal controls electromagnetic energy. Not only can he generate a smorgasbord of powerful lightning attacks, he can also manipulate thermal, kinetic, and gravitational energies.
Alright, conduit powers, electrokinesis, arc lightning, bioleech, blasts, detonation, gravitation, etc., bolts, alpha, magnum, etc., grenades, shock, sticky, etc., gigawatt blades, gigawatt drain, induction grind, karmic overload, lightning tether, radar pulse, rockets, alpha, redirect, etc., static thrusters, thunder drop. Wow. So coal has the power to control electricity. Like we haven't seen one of those before. But maybe his opponent might find some way to deflect or defy this electrokinesis power of his. But maybe Cole will be able to outsmart his opponent with his power. We should probably keep that in mind until we get to it.
Electromagnetism is pretty broad after all. This includes his radar pulse, which detects the bioelectricity inside organisms even if they're hidden or transformed. And for good measure, he got to add some ice powers to...
Cryokinesis, freeze rocket, frost shield, ice grenade, ice launch. Ionic abilities, ionic freeze, ionic storm, ionic vortex. Oh, so he has ice powers along with ionic abilities. I guess that's one way to mix up him having only one elemental power.
To his kid, he can throw ice grenades, shoot ice spikes, and let out some epic ice farts. Levitate like electric
okay
iron.
then.
Grind on rails like Shadow the Hedgehog. Read your mind like Goku's muffin button. Charge up with extra karmic energy, also like Shadow the Hedgehog, and generate force fields like Shadow the Hedgehog. But these aren't just force fields. They literally convert any matter they touch into energy that coal absorbs. That's insane. How's that? Are you familiar with a little equation called E equals mc squared? No. Oh, well, it defines the mathematical relationship between matter and energy. Essentially, how much energy any given mass contains. Okay, the largest mass object coal absorbs is a 343-gram helicopter chain gun round. Perfectly converting matter to energy is technically impossible, but hey, this is a video game. The mass contained in that bullet, when multiplied by the speed of light squared, would release an energy equivalent to over 7 megatons of TNT. This means coal's energy output is basically fueled by a nuclear reactor. Oh, so he's like a living super bomb, always ready to go off. Sounds like my first ex-wife. Should he somehow run low on energy, he can drain it from nearby appliances to recharge. He's even learned to drain the bioelectricity from people, like this. Yikes. Cool.
My word. Alright, Arsenal. Amp, melee weapon, designed by Zeke Dunbar, channels Cole's powers. Ray field inhibitor, small portable device designed by Dr. Sebastian Wolf, amplifies Cole's power levels, inhibits ray field energy. So not only does he use electricity powers, but he also carries weapons at his disposal. Not sure if this is all he has, but maybe they'll show more of it? Well, let's take a look.
Through his hand, a giant tuning fork which lets him ring around the Rosie to death. Or he can just make lightsabers out of his hands. That's cool too. And because he follows Pokemon rules, Cole's extra resistant to electric attacks. With these powers, Cole chews through
so that's
forces,
it then.
including Sasha, whose black tar powers could infect and control minds. And he eventually faced down that son of a bitch himself and pwned his ass, despite Kessler having his exact same powers.
Oh, really?
Turns out the architect of Cole's misery was himself from an alternate future timeline.
What?
Manipulating events from the shadows to ensure this version of Cole became a better hero than Kessler ever was. Yeah.
Is that so?
Powers are molded through his actions. actions, increasing in power and utility based on how good or evil he acts. Naturally, as a good person, Cole shaped his powers to be more focused to target the bad guys. That's pussy shit! Evil Cole is way more awesome! He blows everything up! Collateral damage? Who cares? He can control fire! Well, that just happened!
Well, what happened?
The point is, Kessler's whole plan was meant to prevent the apocalypse, which would appear in the form of
really?
a conduit of unimaginable power.
Cole is strong enough to create massive thunderstorms, fast enough to route electricity moving...
For context, electricity moves at approximately 90% the speed of light when traveling through a wire. Well, there are plenty of electrical power poles in cities everywhere, so it makes sense for them to have to travel that fast. And Cole is able to grind on something like this with ease. That's really convenient for him.
At 90% the speed of light, and maybe thanks to Kessler, tough enough to take on the beast.
Which possessed the power of the race.
Feats. Survived the Ray Sphere blast, resisted Sasha's mental control, saved New Marais from destruction, ice attacks reached sub-zero temperatures, split an aircraft carrier in half with a lightning strike, survived David Warner absorbing his neuroelectricity, defeated Sasha, Alden, Kessler, Bertrand, Kuo, the Beast. Wow. So Cole was able to accomplish all of this, and with the help of his weaponry, parkour, and electricity power, he was able to accomplish all of them. I wonder how his opponent will compare with this. I guess we'll just have to wait and see for ourselves.
Sphere itself. It could regenerate at an atomic level and eradicate all of Empire City in a single attack. Fortunately, after a grueling battle, Cole defeated the Beast once and for all.
Though ultimately, it wasn't Cole's power that made him a hero.
In order to stop the plague created by the Ray Sphere, Cole sacrificed his life, eradicating the conduit genes and saving all of humanity.
Sure, he also killed thousands of conduits in the process, but hey, what's a few corpses when building a better tomorrow? This trolley stops for no one.
Cole was remembered as a saint by the people of New Marais, as a hero by the friends he left behind, and an inspiration to future generations. A true testament to the responsibility of power.
Really? Alright, next up, Alex Mercer.
Great responsibility, but not everybody's got an Uncle Ben to tell him that.
Alex Mercer woke up in hell. Manhattan Island was gripped by the horrific Black Light virus, transforming its citizens into terrifying monsters.
Alex had no memories.
My word. Alright, background. Full name Alexander J. Mercer, age 30, height 5'10", 178 centimeters, weight 190 pounds, 86 kilograms, codename Zeus, the Alpha Viralis Metamorph. Official traits: distant, predatory, superintelligent, terrifying, vengeful. Admits he is a killer, a monster, a terrorist because he's just so edgy. Okay, him admitting he's a killer, monster, and terrorist is a bit unnecessary. But, yeah. This background has gotten me hooked on to learn more about who he is and what he does. So, yeah, let's just see what sort of potential this character has.
He was a man without a past, and maybe no future, but he did have one thing.
The Black Light virus can rewrite your cells all the way down to your DNA. And
somehow
it granted Alex incredible superhuman abilities. He can infect anyone he touches with this virus, altering their biology at the molecular level in seconds, and giving him complete control over their actions.
So, Alex pushed on, desperate to city by finding whatever monster unleashed this nightmare and eat them. Yeah, he can consume people to give him a power boost. He's like Kirby, if Kirby listened to Linkin Park.
Oh man.
This extra biomass gives him superhuman strength, a greater metabolic rate, increased reaction times, and even a regenerative healing factor. Essentially, Alex is an ever-evolving super being, the ultimate being.
Really?
Shadow the Hedgehog!
By consuming victims,
Okay,
Alex
what is it
also
with these
receives
comparisons to
all
Shadow?
experiences, including Peter Randall, a 69-year-old man whose entire history Alex processed in just 11 seconds. Being able to condense that much information into that time frame means Alex can perceive events happening within 5 nanoseconds.
Which is about how long I was married to my second ex-wife.
Alex can shift his body.
Okay, that's interesting to know. Alright, blacklight virus. Infections transforms victims into infected. Consume. Condenses and alters the matter of victim. Absorbs all memories and abilities of victim. Reactive evolution. Resistances to radiation, fire, electricity, etc. Biomass shape-shifting. Claws, whip fist, shield, hammer fists, blade, armor, muscle mass, tendrils. My god. This virus certainly doesn't show any mercy. And Alex may have the upper hand considering that he has resistance to electricity. Although, maybe this resistance won't last for long. I guess we'll just have to wait and see if it will be able to check out when we get to the fight.
At will, creating disguises, increasing his muscle mass, and forming nearly unbreakable armor. And when he wants to kill someone, he can become his own weapon, turning his limbs into claws and blades, or generating countless tendrils that give him unmatched control over his environment.
Wow.
With powers, he came.
Air dash, glide, adrenaline surge, regeneration, disguise, hive mind, sensory powers, thermal vision, infective vision, hunting, critical mass, tendril barrage devastator, ground spike graveyard devastator, critical pain devastator, evolved form, greatly increased power and size. Okay, this virus certainly is deadly, and he's able to control this with ease. Alex may have the advantage here, but we'll just have to wait to see if it'll still hold up.
Came up with a bunch of Street Fighter moves, like the air dash, the cannonball, the bullet dive drop, and the hunter dirt nap. Pretty sure that was my third ex-wife's boyfriend's stripper name.
And after consuming enough people, Alex reaches critical.
From a gameplay perspective, Alex's health can be viewed as a representation of his biomass reserves. It increases when he consumes and decreases when he performs devastator attacks. I see. So his health is so his biomass reserves is a representation of Alex's health. And it increases when he devours a victim and decreases whenever he uses devastator attacks. Well, hopefully there won't be hopefully he won't have to use too much for when he goes into battle. But maybe there will be plenty of victims for him to devour to replenish it. We'll just have to wait and see.
Mass and can unleash his evil swap in powerful ultimate attacks.
Like the Tendril Barrage Devastator. God, beautiful.
Despite being seen as the world's most wanted terrorist, fair, Alex used his powers to stop the spread of the virus and end the city's nuclear devastation.
It was then he learned the truth. He wasn't Alex Mercer at all.
He
Say
was
what
the
now?
virus itself, which absorbed the memory and likeness of the real Alex Mercer, who was not only dead, but actually responsible for all of this in the first place? To decipher this,
seriously?
I created the Blacklight virus myself, the most dangerous...
Why is it empty?
He's right behind me, isn't he?
So the man
boy.
Alex was hunting the whole time was himself. Dun dun dun.
That's right, Boomstick. Turns out Dr. Alex Mercer helped create the Blacklight virus, and when things didn't work out and he was about to die, he recklessly unleashed it upon the city.
What a petty SOB. What he
Wow.
didn't know is that the virus would merge with his sentience and memories and become a new Alex. How? Why? Don't question it, it's a nothing burger.
But is this massive viral material that calls itself Alex actually human in any meaningful way?
The poor bastard sure tried to be. Too bad humans can be dicks, and everyone kept betraying him. Even the so-called love of his life, who shot him in the face. Whoa!
Good lord.
Figured, obviously, humanity had to go.
Not just go, but be made better. Whatever goodness remaining with this Alex was left behind as he plotted to unleash a second Blacklight virus, recreating humanity into a super species in his own image. Great power became great terror.
Classic anime RPG villain stuff. And he was strong enough to do it. Alex can casually tear buildings apart, dodge supersonic tank shells, and even defeated the Supreme Hunter, who was tough enough to survive a nuclear blast that would have leveled Manhattan.
Estimates made by non-Blackwatch characters claimed that blast's yield equaled about 75 kilotons of TNT. Blackwatch's own map of its blast radius takes precedence. So this entire blast was equal to 75 kilotons of TNT, and the map of Blackwatch was able to calculate this. Wow. That sure is perplexing to take note of.
Based on the blast radius given in-game, that's 450 kilotons of TNT.
Speaking of nukes, Alex survived one. His healing factor is off the chain. And after being blasted into paste, all he needed was the tiniest bit of himself to come back good as new.
His healing occurs at the cellular...
Alright, feats. Saved Manhattan, then terrorized Manhattan, casually tossed tanks and helicopters, regenerated after taking a nuclear blast, processed absorbed memories at 66% light speed, possesses the skills of thousands of consumed soldiers, defeated Robert Cross, Elizabeth Green, Peter Randall, Supreme Hunter. Good lord. And this all came from a virus that took the sentience and memory of its own creator. And a virus was able to accomplish all of these feats? My god. This certainly does seem like one of the most dangerous and perplexing opponents here. But I suppose we'll have to wait to see if all of this still hold up when he gets to fight his opponent.
Level, making him virtually impossible to kill so long as he keeps consuming.
But attempting to take over the world and kill millions of people pissed off a certain James Heller, a dude who had just had enough of his fucking weird, fucking rambling shit.
Who used the same virus powers to consume Alex once and for all.
Live by the Kirby symbiote, die by the Kirby symbiote. But was Alex just a virus after all? I mean, what's more human than the urge to conquer the world, drive its species to the slaughter, consume its raw genetic resources, and crown yourself king? Maybe the day Alex Mercer died was the day he truly became human.
Wow, that was...
My word.
Yeah, it was.
Alright, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle!
Let's get started. Oh. Already starting with a helicopter crash? Well, there they are.
I think I've still got room for dessert.
Here we go. Whoa. Oh man. Ooh. Oh. Oof. Gruesome. Oh? Oh. Ooh.
So much power, and yet you waste it on these vermin. You
Ooh.
change this world for the better. The only vermin I see here is you.
Oh man. Oh boy, it's getting serious now.
You don't want to get me.
Ooh.
Fine, I'll just take it.
Ooh.
Good idea.
Whoa.
This world sure isn't perfect, but it's a lot better without you in it, asshole.
My God.
Oh, now I know where that script was in the trash. I had to hear someone say awesome sauce.
Both opponents were incredibly versatile and deadly, and both could match each other's powers blow for blow.
They could each create weapons, amplify their strength, and fight at range.
But could Cole survive Alex's infection? Well, Alex would usually need to weaken an opponent to get that trick to work. Even then, the ray sphere incident that created...
While the ray sphere creates conduits, Kessler was unsure if Cole would survive its explosion, as stated in the mission The Truth. The beast was torn apart by a ray sphere, so Cole's survival accounts for his own ability. So Cole was... So it wasn't sure if Cole would be able to survive this ray sphere explosion. However, the beast was torn apart by a ray shield, and so Cole's survival accounts was noted. So I guess Cole gets a point for that aspect.
Cole's powers in the first place ripped apart everyone else down to the atomic level, and the beast's attacks were capable of the same thing. Considering the Blacklight virus only works down to molecular DNA, it's reasonable to say Cole would be able to resist it.
Sure, Alex could have potentially...
Cole's bioleech drains neuroelectricity from living things, which is partly responsible for healing the human body from wounds. It is likely it could negate Alex's regeneration. So even though Cole's bioleech is able to drain neuroelectricity, it wasn't... So it could be able to negate Alex's regeneration, considering that his neuroelectricity has been absorbed. Well, so I guess that's another point for Cole here.
He consumed Cole's biomass to give himself an edge, but Cole could just do the same thing to Alex, absorbing his bioelectricity to power himself back up.
But nothing could challenge the gap.
Results. Cole MacGrath. Positives. More powerful, better ranged options, could resist the blacklight virus, radar sense counters Alex's disguises. Negatives. Vulnerable to possible corruption. Alex Mercer. Positives, smarter and more experienced, harder to kill due to regeneration. Negatives, notably slower. So Alex was much slower than Cole, and Cole's radar sense was able to see through his disguises and is able to resist the virus that Alex himself is. So that's one more point for Cole.
Gap in power. Everything Alex survived could simply not match Cole's force fields, and especially not the power of the Beast. The blast the Beast created actually had a much wider radius than the one the Supreme Hunter could survive. To compete with these foes, this means Cole was simply far more powerful than Alex.
Speaking of the Beast, Cole's ability to disintegrate it at the atomic level meant that even Alex's crazy molecular regeneration couldn't stand up to Cole's might.
Just like how Cole could overpower...
Sasha's organic tar controls minds and physically alters its victims. This is curiously similar to the blacklight virus. Cole not only resisted the tar, but healed people affected by it. I see. So this tar that Sasha's created is like Alex's blacklight virus, and Cole was able to not only resist the tar, but was able to heal people that was infected with it. Man, these points keep coming in for Cole here. It seems that Alex never stood a chance.
Howard Kessler, despite his resistance to electricity, or how he resisted Sasha's mind control powers, which were eerily similar to the blacklight virus.
But I bet you're wondering, what if Alex fought evil Cole instead? Well, it'd be even worse, because that Cole took the Beast's power for himself. That's good night for Angry Virus Boy.
Alex was a versatile, deadly opponent, but Cole's counters, speed, and raw power gave him the edge.
Alex got the Cole shoulder, just like this stupid script.
The winner is Cole MacGrath.
Congratulations, Cole.
Thanks for watching, and hey, are you a Death Battle member? We've got a ballot going on right now where members get to choose a matchup for the next season. So click that join button and jump into our Champions Discord.
Next time. Oh. Frieza versus Megatron. So that was Cole MacGrath versus Alex Mercer, and Cole reigned victoriously. Just goes to show you how a conduit possessing electricity powers can be able to overpower a being who's possessed by a well-known virus. So yeah, that certainly was compelling. Alright everyone, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.